As many people know, the Thumb of Michigan is an agricultural hub for the state, the United States, and even to the nations around the world. Maybe best known for its dry beans and sugar beet crops, there is quickly growing a new crop across the region: electricity. Solar farming, while popular in other parts of the country and world, is just making its debut to the agricultural community here in the Thumb. Eric Miller of Bad Axe is one of the first farmers to get into solar harvesting, and we met with him to hear his story.
I didn't know anything about solar really until last winter. I didn't know of any farms around here that had them. I'm sure there are a few in Michigan, but nothing locally. I kind of was the guinea pig. I was pretty sure it was going to work. Really only took probably 6 weeks total for them to have it installed and create power. I can get on the internet and monitor every day exactly what's going on with the solar, how much it's producing. If you've got a sunny day and nobody's in the shop, I'm obviously selling electricity back to DTE. I just think that with solar, I can put up a system, it doesn't bother the neighbors, it doesn't make noise, there's not a lot of maintenance, it's just kind of let the sun do its thing, and it's turned out to be a good thing for me.
Sridhar Iyer's company, Artisan Consulting, has been pioneering solar design and installation here in the Thumb. He talked with us about why this is a great place for solar.
You don't see any trees around, so shade is an enemy for solar system. So the residents and others can take advantage of this. The only thing is, the problem is nobody wants to cut down the trees around their houses. So here we don't have to worry about trees. They have great sheds, which you need a large roof space. I mean, this takes around 16 to 1700 square feet. So all these things kind of is a natural fit to have a solar system on a farm.
Solar farming has been around for 50 years, but prices have always been a hurdle for it becoming a mainstream power source. But our country's new focus on renewable sources of energy is making the solar option possible for many businesses and farms.
DTE now, in last September, came out of the program to give incentives to customers of DTE to put up a solar system. So it made economic sense. With the DTE incentive and the federal tax credit from the federal level, combination of the two, and some of the ingenuity innovations that have come up in the solar panel side, made it economically feasible for customers like Eric Miller to put up a system like this.
I figure in 27 months I'll have my initial investment back, as long as you can utilize the federal tax credits. So it's going to lower my cost of staying in business long term.
Another local business that has stepped into solar is Ozentowski's Farm Equipment. Owners Don and Tim Ozentowski talk about why they made the move.
You only got two options today. You either got wind or you've got solar. So obviously solar is a much more cost-efficient way to go. We're going to save 40% on our electric bills, and we may even do better. We're now a generator of electricity. So now we get paid by Detroit Edison for every kilowatt that we produce.
Tax advantages was just great, which we're all looking for those tax advantages. We deal with the farmers here, have been for 56 years.
We have a small part in helping clean up the environment too. Solar and wind don't generate any pollutants.
The program for solar expansion seems to have some big pluses. Eric Miller reminds us why it's something we all need to look at for the future.
It all goes back to energy. I think energy problems are here to stay. Energy costs are going to they're not going to go down. We all have our responsibility to conserve energy and kind of look into the future, and I think that solar, it's quiet, it doesn't bother your neighbors. If you can use the federal tax credits, it's kind of a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. I'm surprised there aren't more around, I guess.